invite Toastmaster Nivas onto the stage. Journey to Toastmaster, Toastmaster Nivas, journey to Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish. Am I audible? Can anyone confirm?
Yeah.
So before starting,
Yes, you are.
I'd like to give a copyright disclaimer because the main idea of my speech is again getting out of the comfort zone, and that is the same as TM Daneshwar. So just putting it out there. Comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever really grows there. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today I stand before you, taking this opportunity to talk about my journey to Toastmasters. I'd like to begin my speech with a short story from my life. Initially, when I'd moved to Gurgaon almost a year ago, back in August 2022, I had made a friend in my PG with whom I used to go to have tea very often after work from time to time. And after a point of time, it became a habit, and we used to do that very often. And we had become very good friends by then. So when we were on one of our usual trips to the shop, we were talking about our how our days were, and my friend says to me, Nivas, I think you need to speak with other people more proactively. I think you're a little shy. Why don't you take up public speaking? There are a lot of public speaking clubs in Gurgaon. But I didn't want to accept that fact, and I got a little defensive. I justified it by saying that if I had to do it, I would do it. If the situation demands, I would do it. But I just don't voluntarily go do it. And the conversation pretty much ended there, and we shifted to a different topic, and after some time we went back to our PGs. But thing is, what she said to me stuck with me for a long time. It was somewhere in the corner of my head. It always stayed there. For many months, I didn't do anything. But it was always in my head. But I was of the mindset that why should I voluntarily go do something that I'm not comfortable with? And this is not a very healthy mindset to have. But so and so this kept bothering me that I was not doing anything to overcome my fear, and and I decided to do something about it. In July, I decided to look up, at least start with this journey and go search for a public speaking club that I could join, and that is when I came across Toastmasters. And it is a funny story how I found Eloquent. So I just went to the Toastmasters website. I put down, I select the city Gurgaon, and immediately I get a list of thousands of clubs in Gurgaon. So then I go to the range criteria. I set it to 2 to 3 kilometers and select the first club that came up. But you don't know how happy I am to be a 20 and to be a part of this lovely group. And so the first person I talked with was Ashish, and he had a lovely personality, a bright personality, and such a positive tone. And I hope he never changes; he stays the same. So I decided to give it a try. I thought, why not? Let's try this, and that decision has brought me here, giving my first ever speech in front of you. So all of this has been possible because I decided to accept my fear and overcome them. In retrospect, I think when I think about it, it's so when I think about it, the fact that I'm standing here giving my speech goes way back to when I initially for the first time I came out of my comfort zone and went to talk with new people in my PG when I initially moved into the PG, when I decided that I'm not going to be shy anymore and I'm going to go talk to that person. And that helped me make that friend. And if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have made that friend and I wouldn't have had that conversation with the person that led me here. So in the end, I want to what the message that I want to convey is do I mean take take small steps, but take those steps now. Whatever it is that you want to do, because that will lead to greater changes. I'm not saying that it will be easy to do those things, but it will definitely be worth it. And don't let fear make your decisions for you. And find your uncomfort zone and just jump. Thank you.